Think over that little point we saw this morning, that the tree that has the deepest root doesn't have the fear of the wind. Where nothing can uproot it, dislocate, it is unshaken, absolutely steady. So ask yourself, in your life, as you are living through, where is your root? Where do you stand? Does your life move around this planet, space, air, fire, water, earth, mountains, trees, all these sense objects of different kinds? Or do you move around, experience everything in this world rooted in your sense organ, giving the sensations importance, which most animals do? Or are you a person who lives with the thoughts, ideas, conditionings, rule your life? Or you are a person aware of yourself as you are, not a thought, not an idea, not a particular identity, but who you are, same in all the beings. No roles can overtake it. No thought can ever touch it. You only can see for yourself. Where is your root? Nijam, Nirgunam, Nirvikalpam, Niriham. As in Rudrashtakam, the verses dedicated to Lord Shiva. Nijam, Nirgunam, Nirvikalpam, Niriham. Nija, one's own self, nature. Nirguna, there is no guna, no qualification, quality of any kind. Nirvikalpam, no modification of any kind. Niriham, no effort, iha, chesta, no effort of any kind. Chidakasa akasa vasam bhajeham, which is Chidakasa, space of consciousness. Akasha vasa, I live there. or Chidakasa Vasayati, that which accommodates everything, where everything dwells. That's my root. In me, in everything. This is how you remain sarvavasthasu sarvada, at all places, in all conditions. Being with yourself does not mean negating or dismissing the waking, the dream, the deep sleep. You do not negate anything. You cannot negate anything. You cannot dismiss anything, not necessary. You don't need to negate anything because your being who you are does not depend upon the absence of something. You don't have to negate something to be yourself, nor you need to assert something to be yourself. You don't need to don a role, to accept a role or negate a role to be yourself who you are. Role being what it is, it comes and goes. Conditions being what they are, they come and go. You are unconditioned. Absolutely independent of every role. When you see this, who you are, to be who you are, you don't depend upon any role whatsoever. You are not defined by any object in the world around. you see it very clearly. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu, vibhaktam ivacha sthitam. Indivisible in all the beings, existing as though divided. From the standpoint of our bodies, we are as though divided. From the standpoint of the self, we are all undivided, indivisible. So thank you, friends. Those of you who, after listening to this, see it for yourself. As to who you are. You become totally independent of your thoughts and ideas. Vedo nirvedo bhavati. Even the Vedas, you don't depend upon that. Nirvedo bhavati. It doesn't depend, you don't depend on that. Any words. Na gurur naiva shishya chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. That dependence on everything goes away. Using, yes. But dependence is not there. You only can know for yourself whether you are depending on a person or you are just living with it, not making use of it in a negative sense of the term. Live with it for its own sake. Your happiness no more depends upon listening to something, but you listen for listening's sake. You don't have to depend upon an object for happiness' sake. Money for money's sake, car for car's sake, a bicycle for bicycle's sake, simple living for simple living's sake, ostentatious living for its own sake. Only you shall know whether you are dependent on a lifestyle to be who you are, whether you are dependent on an idea to be who you are, whether you are dependent on a practice to be who you are. Only you will know. Other people can go on commenting, this fellow is always chanting. How does it matter? This person is always doing some twisting exercise. How does it matter to me? This person is always sitting down quiet. How does it matter to me? If you, are you getting that? If you are doing something for its own sake, which beautifully Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita. Hey Arjuna, tato yuddhaya ujyasva naivam papam vapsasi. Yuddhaya ujyasva. Fight for fighting's sake. Don't fight to conquer, to win. Fight for fighting's sake. Not because I want to be happy if I kill somebody, destroy somebody. No. Live, understand. Play for playing's sake. Playing for playing's sake. Playing for medal's sake, you can do that also, for its own sake. If you get it, excellent. Do not get it, excellent. Some people will say, what type of life is that? Because I must compete to get a gold medal. Fact is, everybody cannot get. Work towards it. Who says not? But enjoy playing the game. The day, observe friends, the last moment, towards the end of life, whether you are a president, governor, rich, poor, look at the last moment of those people. What are they thinking about? How many medals I won? How much riches I have? None of these things come up in life. And if you are a sensible person, at the moment of what we call as the last breath, what shall you remember? Which college I went, what university I went, what job I did. None of these things. If you are sensible, you make it the last best experience of life. Because after that, you shall not be there to talk about your experience. Death must be the last, most beautiful experience. You are lucky enough to die in a bed in your room, not shut down by some terrorist, burnt out by an accident. Let it not be so. But you can't prevent it. But suppose, taking it for granted, if you have to, living a normal life, maybe sickness, maybe old age, maybe something. That is the one experience which you did not have when you were living. What does it mean to breathe last? Conscious. You are living for living's sake, not for happiness' sake. You are doing everything for its own sake, help for help's sake, share for sharing's sake, perception for perception's sake. It's beautiful. Whatever you do, in that there is fulfillment. The touch of fulfillment. I'm so happy to share, happy to do, happy not to do, happy to give, happy not to give, happy to live, happy not to be alive. The body will come to an end. So you ask for yourself. If there is a hint of remorse, regret, agitation, depression, frustration, you have not understood. Not that it is wrong to be depressed. You feel depressed, what is wrong in that? Feel miserable for miserable's sake, what is wrong? Why can't I experience little pain? Why? Why is it so that I should not, my body shall not have any pain? No, it may have. That's what the body is. You will face a cyclone, maybe an earthquake. Not only outside, but also cyclonic emotions of your own people around. Volcanic eruption, anger of somebody. But understand, you be rooted in yourself, which is unshakable. Then dawn and dusk, day and night, summer and winter, youth and old age, disease and health, everything is welcome in life. Yadruchalava santushta dvandvatito vimaschara. Whatever comes in life, contented with it. Dvandvatita, no more conflict. It should be like this or should not be like this. Vimaschara. No mascharya, no jealousy. Oh, that man is living better than me. I am less fortunate. No. Never. Vimaschara. Happy with other person's happiness. Sympathizing in somebody's misery, pain. Dukhe dukhi sukhini sukhavan bhogini prapta bhoga. Among the dukhi, miserable people, you are miserable. Sukhini sukhavan, happy, comfortable people, you are comfortable. Bhogini prapta bhoga. Among the people indulgent, you are the most indulgent. Because absolutely happy with yourself. You can never get out of the indulgence of absolute. Happiness itself, bliss itself, how can you get out? So please think over it and see that. You have to do that for yourself. Nobody can help you, please. You come to class, you study these things, go back and see it for yourself as you are. Okay? Thank you. We'll see one or two questions, what is there. Let me see. There are two questions on the thing. We shall. Maybe one question will have enough for the day. Tomorrow we'll see the class at 6:45 in the meditation. Then 10:30 we'll have the class. When you explain it so very simple way, the questions are so very complicated, but doesn't matter. That is why people should come, listen and then ask the question. Makes it easy. Or else you'll ask such, questions which are rather, what shall I say, rather very, very, you read a book and pick up some terms, becomes very difficult. Make your own, from your own experience you should ask the question. I say you are the absolute. That's what scripture says. Do you find difficulty to accept it? Ask a question. Anyway, how to eradicate samskaras which are in unconscious mind? See, this is the type of thing. We'll see that. Which cannot be accessed and has a great influence on daily life. This is, we pick up from the psychology books. There are many things in the subconscious, unconscious mind. We have no access there, but suddenly it comes up. Ask yourself, is it a true statement? There are many thoughts in the unconscious mind. I will use your word, unconscious mind, subconscious mind. You do whatever you like. Mind is mind. What is unconscious, subconscious, it doesn't matter, sir. Certain thoughts are visible, certain thoughts are not visible. That makes your entire memory. One thought at a time. Rest all in the, call it unconscious, subconscious, do whatever you like. It is like you are traveling in the road. You are seeing only one car in front of you. How many cars are coming behind you, you will not know. All cars you cannot see. All cars ahead of you also you cannot see. But whenever they come, you deal with it. In front of you there is a small car. You know you can overtake it quickly. You deal with that way. Because you know driving. Driving means learning to negotiate. One small car is there, I can go in a speed. My car can pick up enough speed to take the small car. But suppose there is a 16-wheeler or 20-wheeler truck in front of it, I have to be very careful. No, from the subconscious and the 20-wheeler comes, it can be 50-wheeler, who cares? You know how to drive. How to drive means you know what speed I should overtake, whether I should slow down, whether I should speed up. You know how to drive. Learning driving means learning to negotiate. There is no practical Vedanta, there is no practical driving. Learning to drive means learning to negotiate. Learning to, when you know about yourself, means you learning to negotiate with anything and everything, with any thought and every thought. From your memory, one thought is in front of you. What is not in front of you is millions. Let them be there. But that thought, whatever you call it, subconscious, unconscious, that word you like, take it. The moment, as long as it is there in subconscious, unconscious, it doesn't mean anything to you. The moment it comes up, then only you know how to deal with it. Example, you go to a jungle. In that jungle there are hundreds of snakes, mongoose, lizards, monitor lizards. They are all created burrows and they are staying inside. It's not visible. Hundreds of them. Shall you get away or run away? As long as they are underground, does it mean anything to you? And the moment they come up, you must know how to handle it. If it is a lizard, what shall I do? If it is a snake, what shall I do? If it is a mongoose, what shall I do? If it is a beaver, what shall I do? Any animal. If it is a meerkat, what shall I do? A rabbit. Millions of things. Whichever is in front of me, I know how to deal with it. Because I know how to deal with the animals. Knowing myself and recognizing every thought as they are, it doesn't matter what comes around in front of me, because I know how to deal with it. Ask yourself. Ask yourself, are you a thought? Or you are who you are, self-awareness. It doesn't matter whatever types of conditionings have been given to you from your childhood, because that's not your mistake. Your parents gave it to you. Society gives it to you. You pick up. But then you now know how to use those thoughts. That is what it is. In Upanishads, in Vedas, in this self-knowledge, self-awareness, no thought is dismissed. No idea is dismissed. You must know how to use it. Please, there is a stone on the road. Is it a problem for you? Let it be there. One dog is running towards you. You shall be so desperate to say, oh my God, there is something I can prevent the dog from coming. So you found the stone. How do you feel? Appa, God, right place the stone is there. What a blessing. That the stone is there is not a problem. Depends how to use it. Are you going to prevent a dog from coming, or take that stone and throw at somebody and break his head? What will happen? It's not the presence of the stone, it's how you use it. Food is there. Food does not create trouble for your system. Eating creates the trouble. How you use it. Thoughts do not create any problem. How do you use your thought? Emotions do not create your problem. How do you use your emotion? So please, don't worry about it. In order to use your thought, you must be conscious. A thought comes up. Do I need to use it? Not necessary to use it. Many times I have told you a thought is like a suggestion. You are sitting down there, let's say, watching the moon, you are sitting alone. Suddenly a thought comes. Go, get a fruit. Choice is yours, to go or not to go. Let it talk. Why are you sitting down here? Listen to it. Understand? Just like the example I have given in the computer. When you are not working with the computer, there is a screensaver going in and out. Comes and goes, one this way, that way, this way, that way. Screensaver tells you the computer is awake. It's already on. You want to use it, touch any button, the screensaver will go away, a particular file will come up. You don't like it, take it back, bring it anything you like. Sitting down quiet means screensavers. Your computer has one or two screensaver. In this mind, every thought is a screensaver. You are not using it. But it goes on coming because you are awake. It tells you are awake. Now you want to write an article or you want to discuss something. Okay, you are now awake, wide awake. Now you are awake, but now you want to use the mind. So take back, bring the thought, which is what subject you want to discuss, bring that from your memories. Let the screensaver go. Which thought should be a screensaver? Any thought. But if you sit down there as a policeman, guarding your thought, this thought should not come, this thought should come, no. Then you are not aware of yourself. This is the commentator, the habitual I thought comes up. It should be there, should not be there. If you want to differentiate between the I thought and yourself, understand. Do you know how to differentiate between mango the name and mango the object? You want to eat mango the object or mango the name, the picture? Once you see that, in consciousness, any number of thoughts can come. you are always at peace with yourself. Okay? Therefore, no thought is a problem. If the thought is a problem, you have not known yourself. There is nothing wrong with the thought. Understand that. If the car is not going in properly, it's a brand new car. If it's not going in properly, you don't know how to drive. Don't blame the car for it. If you know how to drive your thoughts, drive your body, drive your senses, use them, not for happiness' sake, but for its own sake. If you are using it for happiness' sake, you may or may not get it, because you will not get it, because happiness is not somewhere in a sensation or perception. That you have to see it very clearly. Ask yourself, are you driving for its own sake or looking for happiness? Are you using your thought for its own sake or for looking for happiness? Are you alive for its own sake or looking for happiness? Close your eyes. When you are alive, you are one with the self, the awareness, immortal, absolute. Breathing through this life, body. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. Pashyan, shunvan, ashnan, gachan. Seeing, listening, eating, walking. Pralapan, visrujan, talking. Doing every activity. Nakinchit karomi, yet nothing is done by me. Yukto mannita tattvavit. The wise one knows. In every perception, in every sensation, in every thought, I am the meditation. Indriyani indriyarthesu vartante. Sense organs do their job, the body breathes, life moves. I am immobile, imperishable, nitya sarvagata sthanu achaloyam sanatana. Eternal, all-pervasive, steady, sanatana, ever fresh. Thank you, friends. Thank you. So we shall see tomorrow, morning meditation class 6:45. And then the next class is at 10:30. Thank you.